Hello everybody, it's Peter the Rock, looking down the Harville Road up towards Harefield, or rather north. Have a scan round and you can see just now, or nearly just now, traffic going underneath the viaduct, which shows that it is well and truly on land, which we've known that for a few weeks. There's a certain amount of chugging going on. I wouldn't say it's a whole lot of chugging, but trains are moving backwards and forwards. I don't know why, because it's completed its task. It's well and truly based on the trackway, it seems to me, which will lead underneath the Harville Road up there and go into the Copthall Tunnel. You can see the entrance to the other side of the road. I keep getting beeped. Don't know why that is. There's gate number 2. I haven't been accosted by security people for a while. I don't particularly want to be accosted by security people, but you'd think they'd be a bit bored, as most of the orange suited people have finished working on the project now. There's not much for them to guard against. I don't know. I just don't know. But here it's quite a good view of how the viaduct comes along and hits dry land and the trackway, with about 8, 10, 12 orange suited people around the footing of Dominique are milling around, wondering what to do next. It's going to be very exciting when the track is laid, but that's a not inconsiderable time ahead. Here comes the U9 bus heading towards Uxbridge, but rather than catch that, we'll just see if there's anything more that I can film for you. Dear viewers, thanks for your patience. Yes, I half expected the launching girder to be dismantled, and it will be sooner or later, but who knows when that's going to be. At least this wall is low enough for us to film, or for me to film over anyway, and there's still quite a lot going on, even though it's a Friday afternoon, approaching 5 o'clock. It's quite a long walk that I've come, best part of a mile along this Harville Road, which isn't particularly pleasant. It's obviously been redesigned because of the HS2 viaduct, and cars do get up to a fair old speed along here. Now the new hill over the road does seem to be lower than it was, and there seems to be a concrete edifice on the top. One thing also that's interesting is that the place where the workmen go for their instructions and their respites, I think one block of those buildings, those prefabs, has gone. So this is all in a week. The HS2 viaduct topping out ceremony was 8 days ago. It was the 5th of September. Steve organised a few people who look at my channel and his channel to get together and perhaps meet for the first time, because you can be anonymous on YouTube. You can make comments and no one knows what you look like or sound like. and that's why some people like doing that. And what he wanted to do, and I fully agreed with him, was to sort of, for us fans or people interested in the engineering aspects of it all, to get together, have a drink and a meal. As it turned out, we ended up, Steve and I, chatting to some HS2 people for half an hour or so, and then we went for a meal in the next pub, which is the Koi Carp, and it's a very pleasant meal. But a few people who could have turned up were unable to. But you don't want to know about that. You want to know about the footing, or I mean, this is perhaps for the first time you can see the slender legs that Dominique is actually supported on. How heavy is it? I just don't know. But you know, tens, if not 100 or 2 of tons, I would think. And of course, as far as I know, it's unique in the world. There's a competition going on, more or less, now, to build the biggest cruise liner in the world. I would never go on a cruise, but other people do, and I'm not critical of the ones who do. But the latest biggest cruise liner ever is it's 300 meters long, and the Titanic was 110, something like that. So it weighs about 10 times as much as the Titanic did, and it's just a sort of town that floats around the place. So you don't need a bigger launching girder, because it's worked very well for the HS2 viaduct here, and I really appreciate it. I will come again, I think, to see how the landscaping's going, which is going quite well. But I think most of the work being done is landscaping now, tidying up. I saw not a steamroller, but a rolling machine go down that path just now. So they are conscious of finishing off the site, and most of the orange suited people have left. Thanks very much for watching. It's Peter the Rock. It's Friday the 13th. It's about let's find the exact time. It's just about 2 minutes to 5. Like and subscribe. Cheers.